Welcome to AP Precalculus, formerly known as Honors Precalculus. My name is Mrs. Patel, and I have been teaching at Queen's Orchard High School since 2005. I have taught AP BC Calculus and Honors Precalculus. This year, I will be teaching AP BC Calculus and AP Precalculus. I have a engineering background. I have a degree in electrical engineering, and I'm using my background and my expertise in education since I love to teach and I have a passion for math. So let's talk about what is AP Precalculus. AP Precalculus is just before comes before calculus, but the difference between honors pre-calculus and AP pre-calculus. So most of the stuff is the same. It's just that this year students will take a AP exam. So AP pre-calculus prepares students for another college level mathematics and science course. I mean, this description is pretty much self-explanatory, but if you ask me, I would say that in a simple words, what is pre-calculus? It's a loose collection of topics that are interesting in their own right, that deepens the knowledge first gained in earlier course. It will be explored further in advanced courses. It's a prerequisite for calculus and other college level courses, and it's very, very useful in physics, biology, health science, social science, data science, all sort of classes. Students will cultivate their understanding of different types of functions. We are going to use technology as well. We will be using calculator. We will check graphically, numerically, analytically, verbally, and many topics we are going to explore, like limits and analysis of functions. Another way to put it is also it's a collection of facts and procedures, most of which students have seen before but have not mastered fully. And now they are coming at them at much faster pace. So we are looking at the mathematical practices. The AP pre-calculus frameworks outlines distinct skills associated with the three mathematical practices. The one is a procedural and symbolic fluency. Algebraically manipulate functions, equations, and expressions, and students have to be very careful that it is mathematically correct and it makes sense. Number two is connecting multiple representation, which means translate mathematical information between representation, which is a graphically, algebraically, verbally connecting all of them. Number three is a communication and reasoning, which means use precise language and provide rationales for conclusion. So for this is writing is very important. You have to write, which is using correct language. It's not like just putting some numbers on the paper. It has to be in a correct order, and it has to again make sense. The non-math person should be able to understand what the reasoning and what's the conclusion is written on the paper. We have 4 units for this course, and each unit is pretty long. Unit 1 is polynomial and rational functions, which is a 40%, 30 to 40% of exam weighting. Unit 2 is exponential and log functions, which is again 27 to 40% of exam. Unit 3 is the biggest one, which is trigonometric and polar functions, again 30 to 35% exam weighting. Then we will be giving AP, preparing students for the AP exam. And after the AP exam, Unit 4 will be covered, which is a parametric vectors and matrices. Unit 4 is not part of the AP exam, but our goal is to prepare students for exam after the unit 3. Again, all these topics students have learned in honors algebra 2. It's just that we are going to teach them into more deeper level. So the grading policy is the same as honors algebra 2, and it's the same across the all the math courses in MCPS. 90% for the final grade, 10% of homework, and 90% is the summative. The rubric is, I mean, the grades are same, 90 A, B, C, D. Extra credits are not given. I'm not going to read through all of this. This is the same as Algebra 2. Teachers will make every effort to get students to do their work. Normally in AP Precalculus class or any math class, students are always doing their homework. So let's talk about the major resources. We are not going to have any textbook for this class. So our major resource is the Canvas classroom, where we will be using posting all the packets and informations. It's also Canvas classroom is used for important communications. Make sure the notifications is set correct way so that you get all the emails, messages, and announcement. Another biggest resource is AP Classroom. Students are required to sign into AP Classroom, which is a College Board site. And some of the assessments we are going to give in AP Classroom so that students get to practice how to work on AP level questions and also using College Board platform. So let's talk about the exam overview. It's a 3 hour long exam. And as I said, is again, they have three units to cover. 40 multiple choice questions. So this one has a more detail here. It has a 40 multiple choice questions, 80 minutes for no calculator, 40 minutes with calculator. And yes, students do need a calculator for this. Free response questions are 4, which is only 1 hour long. And again, 2 questions with calculator, 2 questions without calculator. This year, College Board has declared that the certain exams will be hybrid, which means pre-calculus exam is going to be hybrid, which means students can look at the students will answer the multiple choice questions in the computer, but the free response questions will be on the paper. And we are going to prepare students for this, so they should not be worried about that. 90% of the summative is going to be few assessments, some quizzes, some tests. It's usually towards the end of the unit or halfway through. 10% of the homework grade is almost every day we assign homework and we check. Number each homework assignments, title each assignments, copy the problems, show all the work, and use classroom resources and the notes for guidance. Use homework as practice to ensure success on quizzes, test, and semester exam. What do we need? I'm going to use this. The old adage is about that is we usually hear that the practice makes perfect. Based on what we know about neuroplasticity and deliberate practice, we should rephrase that practice makes permanent. And that's what I usually tell students, that the practice should make so much practice that it should become muscle memory. And you don't have to worry about that. You know all the facts all the time. Course material, they have to bring to the class is a 2-inch binder to maintain at home. Normally, we give them a packets which you are expected to maintain, use, organize all the material and bring to the class, but you don't have to bring binder. Never throw away any of those packets because we have to study for the exam towards the end of the year. Loose leaf paper, need loose leaf paper notebook to work on the practice problems. Spiral index card, I would say that since there is no formula sheet and you have to memorize so many theorems and formulas, so it's always good to create a flashcards and maintain all those index cards. Biggest deal is a calculator. TI-84 or higher model calculator is a must. You must have a calculator for AP Precalculus class. Classroom have a very limited calculators, which is not enough for everybody. You must have your personal calculator to use at home and school, and also know all the features of your calculator. If you know how to use your cell phone, then you must know how to use your calculator. Of course, pencils, I prefer that math needs to be done with a pencils, not with a pen. And those are pencil, pen, erasers are the standard things to bring to the class. Attendance is expected that students are attending the class every single day. Daily attendance is critical for success. I really look forward to seeing you every day. Do after if you have some compelling or unavoidable circumstances, you are expected to get what was missed on the class on as soon as possible. Check the Canvas classroom, check the notes, missed assignments, anything, or you will be given extra time to make up the work as per MCPS policy. I highly, highly, highly recommend that you check the College Board website, which is posted in the Canvas classroom. And the most important date is AP exam, is second week of May, May 13th. This is the date for 2025. And talking about the study habits, how do you prepare for the AP level class? So everybody is expected to take notes. Good study habit is take notes. Make flashcards, note cards. Read notes again, what you wrote, check again. Find a study buddy in the class. Use lunch and learn and use MCPS classroom as a resource. Students are expected to adhere to the county policies of academic integrity, which includes but not limited to refrain from talking during the assessments, taking credit for work that is not your own, including copying homework, answers, anything. There is no deadline. Otherwise, sharing secure information in any way from test, quiz, or any individual assignment. PMD, personal mobile device expectations. In my classroom, students do not use a cell phone during the instructions, and we will be following the MCPS and Queen's Orchard policy that cell phones and AirPods and everything has to be put it away, away, away during the class. I'm not going to remind students again, again, again. Normally, you get verbal warning, then you have to put the cell phone in the folder in the front. But let's talk positively that students will follow my directions and I may not have to remind students to not to use the cell phone. Last word, to be successful in this course and achieve an excellent AP score, it is expected that you become involved member of the class, complete homework assignments every day, attend every day class, and use variety of resources. Get help. Anytime you need help, just speak. Talk to me, talk to your friends. Resources posted in Canvas. Use math tutoring. Every day you can come to my class during the lunchtime, in the morning, after school. Remember, ultimately, you are the one who is responsible for demonstrating the mastery on your own in a timed environment. I would say time is the biggest enemy. You have to learn how to answer certain questions within certain time frame. If you are struggling, see me ASAP. I'm available every day in the morning, during lunch, and after schools only certain days. You can find me in room number 311 and or 314. Communication, email works the best. And try to be professional. Yes, as a student also you can be professional. That means be positive, be prompt, come to class on time, prepared, bring all your material with you, productive, work bell to bell in the classroom, and be polite. Thank you so much for your time. Again, if you have any question, concern, send me an email. Thank you.